Ah, there we are. That looks good. Evening all. I think we're up and running. If so, as per usual, please give us a thumbs up underneath. And I know it's working. Is the sound okay tonight? Because we had a bit of an issue with that the other night. It should be okay tonight, I think. If somebody could let me know in the comments, that would be good. Let's say evening Peter and Paul and Julian. And anybody else who's here. Evening David, evening Dougie. Marvellous. Looks like it's working then. Excellent, good stuff. Hope you all had a jolly weekend. Yeah. So, we'll have a quick look at what's finishing tonight. And evening Mr. Rockola. New stuff. And then I've got a whole load of Crompton's pictures to show you. And also the pictures from the Canvey Island casino arcade stores from 30 something years ago, which is quite interesting. Evening Jim. Dear, excuse me. So yeah, there we are. So things to look at. Evening David. So let's have a look over here. So tonight, camera a little bit. It's a bit weird, isn't it? Oh, is it better? Yeah, it's about right. There's half a dozen machine finishing the words out, and some award cards for various Mills machines. So don't forget to get your offers in on those before midnight. If there's any questions you need to know about them, either stick it in the comments here and I'll answer as we go along, or send me a message and I'll check them when we log off. New stuff this week. There's a whole load, if you haven't checked in lately, of new stuff fresh in from America. It's not been anywhere else for sale, it's here first. There's 5 new bandits, some trade stims and a couple of vendors, including some stuff we don't see very often, like Kaylee Cadet. Got you a Triple Jacks, a real one. A very nice Extraordinary with twin mint vendors on it, a Lion Head, a really nice Challenger with all really good artwork around it, a good pole with very good enamel on that one, little Imp, a Liberty, has got tokens with it, a little Bantam Venter. I've been busy today videoing all of these. I think there's a little bit more still to shoot, but most of it's all shot, so tomorrow's job is to sit in front of the computer, editing videos and uploading them all day long, so that'll be fun. So keep an eye out for those tomorrow, all the videos popping up during the day and probably into the evening as well. If you're subscribed to YouTube and got your notifications on, it should ping you in your YouTube feed, I think, when they get uploaded. But if not, just pop into the website every now and again and have a look, see how we're getting on. There's a load of coins on as well. And some tokens there. Yeah, and then also coming in, which will get listed later this week, there is a Sega-ish light up bandit. I think it's one of the English versions of it. There's a very nice high top jewel, and there is a Pace Chrome Deluxe, extremely nice. And there's another high top due next weekend. I think it was going to come this weekend, but the chap had other things to do. A high paying job came in for him, so he's off doing that this weekend. And I'm not sure what else is coming in the week. There may be some other stuff dropping in as well, so as per usual, just keep an eye out, really. So again, any questions on any of that lot, let me know, but probably by the time you've seen the videos, hopefully that'll answer what you need to know about most of these machines. They're all pretty good things. All got locks, keys, all working, complete, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, some really nice stuff there. So hopefully they'll all do well. So that's that lot, what's for sale and what's coming in for sale, etc. Now then, let me find the right button for these pictures. I think it's this one. Yep, there we go. So yeah, a load of Crompton's photos. Some that Peter Cousin sent me in, some other ones I've found on a Facebook thing which seems to be defunct. So I haven't been able to find anybody to contact about using them. But I assume they're all right because they've been in the public domain for years, these pictures now. So if there is anybody from Crompton's who wants to come and tell you, oi, don't show them, I'm sure they will do. But hopefully they're all right. I'll stick them up on the website on the appropriate Crompton's pages. I need to make some pages to put some of them on because I haven't got the machines listed in some cases yet. So it's a bit of a Crompton's binge. We'll perhaps try and see if we can focus on a different company each week. Might be a good idea, and fill some of the gaps in. I'm just bringing up the Crompton's page in the background here, so I can just cross-reference things myself. There we go. Yeah. So some Tutti Fruttis, later versions of those. A Space Shop. That's Pusher, which I've not got listed on the Crompton's page, so it's a page to make. I don't know if anybody's got one or seen one of those around anywhere. It says on the top flash is 1p, so I presume it's obviously 70s, but whether it was made before, whether it was made on old penny, I don't know. Somebody might know what year that is. All this information is kind of good stuff to know. The case looks very much like the Pennyfuls. But Space Shot, I can't really remember it. I'm sure somebody will know it. Even Scruffy Herbert. So that's quite a good picture of Mr. Crompton there. And then we've got, if you've got any comments on any of these, do stick it in the comments as we go. It tends to be, there's a slight delay by the time you've typed it. On my end, I've usually moved on to the next picture, but so if you're making a comment, it might help just to put the name of the machine in that you're talking about, so we don't all get muddled up. In the background there is the driving thing. We sold those, didn't we? Were they Bolands, I think, weren't they? Driver test or driver skill or something. See if I can find that. I seem to think it was no, I can't find it now. What will it be under? Driving games, probably. Skill games. Driving type games. Oh yeah, there we are. Yes, if I just ping you back to the website slightly, so you see it in the back underneath the Space Shot top flash there in the background of that machine with the steering wheel on is one of these, a road safety. Spencer Bolland and Co, not Tom Boland. I got myself mixed up. They made it in wall version and floor standing. And I seem to think it was all mechanical. I think the wall machines were all mechanical and the floor standing ones were electric, I think, from memory. I'm sure there was both versions. Just looking here, wall machine, mechanical version. Yeah. So there we go. Paul says they made two versions of the Space Shot, one the same as the Pennyfuls 12-player and a 6-player version, the same as Penny on Ice. Oh, right. Both in the same cabinet. Don't remember ever seeing one of those. So this one in the picture is obviously the 12-player version. Look at it. Are there any surviving, do you know? So that's Space Shot. The next picture we've got is Lucky Stars. It's one of those big round things with the table that lifts up and down. Like the Ace, what was it, Ace Race or something? I think it was 4 different versions. Yeah, Ace Race I had a flyer of. There's this one, Lucky Stars, and I think there's a horse race and a greyhound race version of it. Or in a football version. We sold a football version some years ago. So I don't know where that is, if it's some launch or trade party or something. I'm not sure where the photograph is. They seem to have got a glass of wine or two between them. Paul says he doesn't know of any surviving the space shots. Yeah, so that's a Lucky Star. Oops, I clicked the wrong button. There we are. And the next one we've got, this is quite a good look, a Space Shot on a forklift truck. That's how Crompton's works. Good action shot there, I think. Kind of like the way there's no wrap around it or anything, no pallet wrap, no bubble wrap, no cardboard, no nothing. Just shove it on the forklift truck. Drive it up the road. Marvellous. So I wonder where that was going. Maybe they're just driving it through the town to a local arcade. Who knows? Good stuff. So Space Shot again. These aren't in any order, these pictures. They're just sort of in the, unfortunately, in the order of whatever their file names are called. So Splashdown, that's one I remember. Kind of spaceship landing capsule thingy, wasn't it? I think based on the Apollo capsule things. They're 8-player, aren't they, those ones? So I guess no early 70s, I imagine. Don't know. Hopefully we'll find some dates out on some of these. Is that another one, Splashdown? I don't think I've got that listed yet either. No. The page I've got to make. That's good. And then the next one is, I don't know where this is, Penny Falls on some kind of mobile sort of travelling arcade thing. Interestingly, above that kind of show cabinet thing of prizes, it says Cakewalk. From what I could see of the text, I could hardly read it, but it looks like it might be in French or something. So it might be an overseas picture. So yeah, seems to be a bit of a jaunty angle on that arcade. Nice bit of checker plate around it. Lovely. So yeah, Penny Falls, and the next one is what's that? Double Falls. Had 2 or 3 of those were at Botany Bay. And bizarrely, people would spend £1 for a bag of old pennies, stand there, put their old pennies in them, and then walk out and go home. Very odd. I was talking to somebody earlier today about it. We had no prizes on the pushes. They were just coins. And yeah, people played them. There you go. Penny Falls. The Wheeler Win, which we had a flyer for before, didn't I? Oh yeah, Paul gave me that. So there is the Wheeler Win. Nice big lump of machine. Again, I don't know if one survives, but I do know the little flag at the top survived because I've got it in my shed somewhere. So there is at least a part of one surviving. But that's probably all there is that survives. And in the background there's a colourless spot behind that chap's head. Very snazzy carpet, wherever it is. Pete says, one who started putting pushes in prices in pushes. Yeah, I don't know who started that trend. Those early, like the Crompton's ones, the double falls we had up at Botany Bay, we couldn't put prices in really because the what would you call it, the payout shoots, if you like, of the coins were too small to get prizes down. So later pushes are designed for prizes. But yeah, it sort of suddenly became the norm, didn't it? And then you can't, you know, any arcade that didn't put prizes on pushes looked a bit mean, really. But yeah, I don't know whose idea it was, whether it was one of the operators, one of the makers, manufacturers who made them with bigger payout shoots first, you know, which came first, basically. Did the idea come first, and then the manufacturers made them with bigger payout shoots to take prizes? Or did one of the manufacturers come up with the idea? I'm not sure. It's probably one of those things that be reported in a coin slot somewhere along the line. The new phenomenon of putting prizes on pushes. Doug says, used to put bingo win tokens in back in '74. Yeah, I guess you could put, yeah, small tokens in, but big sort of like key rings and packets of sweets and things. Yeah, the prize is getting stuck, yeah. Where are we up to? Wheeler Win, yep. And then the next one we've got is, oh, that lot, double, yeah, all double falls by the looks of things. You can just see the top, the signs in a few of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think there's about 15 or so in a row. 4 rows, there's 60 or so in that picture alone. That's a lot of double falls. Yeah, got to be big, isn't it? Wonder how many left now, I don't know. So we had 3 or 4. I think it was 2 or 3 in Botany. I think there was 1 in Bygone Times when we ran those 2. It might be one down at Folly Farm as well. We might have had 4 or 5 double falls, I think. It just seemed to be the one that cropped up when we were looking for pushes. And it was kind of the oldest looking pusher because of the kind of wooden framing around the window, etc. And the wood effect Formica. It kind of just about fitted in with the old penny arcades. You didn't really like the more modern Formica stuff back then. Knowing what I know now about how good some of this Formica stuff is and works, I'd have probably bought more of it. But there you go. Peter says, I believe Crompton's, one of their arcades, started putting small rings, etc. on, and their first pusher takens dropped. was a great uproar to stop swag being used. I had on the pusher on the pier. I put I got from China, really cheap silver, supposedly, rings and bracelets and earrings and things. It's always jewellery, and put it all in on the 10p side. It took a fortune. Worked really well. That was a double, I can't remember what it was, double, might have been a rock and roll, double-sided one, I think it was, something like that, an older one. So I had 2p's one side, 10p the other. Next photo is presumably, I don't know, Crompton showroom, I guess. Paul says, Clacton people put a pound of 10p coins with a pound note wrapped around them outside. Had a few of those off in my time. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Stack of 10p with a pound note wrapped around them. And somewhere I remember as well used nuts, just like M10 nuts. You know, steel nuts, as in nut and bolt nuts. With a pound note rolled up into a tube, stuffed in a nut to give it a bit of weight, so it just stood up on end. That would probably been either Hunstanton or Wells, because they would tend to be where we went the most. One of the arcades there. This picture, these machines on this picture I've got on the screen now. What's his name? Jim Crompton, is it? Walking into the showroom there. Two machines on the right. You can't see on this really, but on my, I could just about make out the name on them. Let me see if I can find it again on my screen, this end. 4 to 1. I can't really see what it looks like. It's a real machine, probably. Don't know. The glass in it with something on. These machines on the right. On the glass, on the main plate, on the main glass, as it were, on the machine, it looks like there's looks like a man in a suit with a bow tie and a woman as well. I don't know what. Don't know, maybe a bar scene or something. Not sure. 4 to 1. If anyone knows what 4 to 1 is. A jukebox, a couple of aristocrats, football table over the other side, and down this bottom left corner a so it looks like a Bollens conversion, doesn't it? Yeah. And the next picture is now this is the, we had a flyer for that the other day, didn't I? That is the let me just scroll down my page here, this end. That's the International Tote. Horse racing thing, a bit like the Whitaker's Derbies. But what I don't know, which would be nice to know eventually, is who came up with the idea first. If it was another one of Crompton's ideas that then Whitaker's pinched because Crompton didn't patent it, like they didn't patent the pushers, and everybody made them. Or if Whitaker's made it and Crompton's nicked the idea, or if neither of them did and somebody licensed the idea or what, I don't know. But it would be interesting to know. Pete says, looks like an NSM Serenade jukebox. Oh, in that other picture. Could well be. I'm not particularly up on jukeboxes, any of the common ones. And sort of recognise, but not all of them. Yeah, so this international tote, and then that, what's that one on the very right of the picture there? Have a look on my. Bear with me just a tick. I think I could spot a name on that. So these pictures are all coming out in a bit of a funny order because I haven't renamed them. So I've got to just scroll down and find the right picture now. The international tote one is this picture here. What does that say? Carnival? No. Carnival Fun. Riviera Fun, is it? Riviera Fun, I think. Yeah. It looks like the backflash might be a beach with a palm tree on it. It's really difficult to see. But I think it's Riviera Fun, if that rings a bell with anybody. Can't make out what it is. Okie dokie. And the next picture is change machines with clowns on. 1p's, 2p's, 5p's, so presumably it's obviously post 1971. So yeah, there we are. Big run of those. Next one, what have we got here? Crompton, Double Falls, and a couple other people, I don't know who they are. Crompton staff, Crompton's family, don't know. Next one, the Penny on Ice, which I had the flyer for. I would like to see one of those, but again, don't think there's any survivor, unfortunately. It sounded quite nice with the glass platforms spinning around and the penny slide on the glass somehow. Interesting to see one of those working. Maybe there's an odd bit of film of one somewhere, perhaps, to be discovered. Who knows? Sadly, I don't think there's a machine existing anymore. Yeah, we've got the flyer for that as well up on the website. What it did. Yeah, the description of it sounded good. It says the brightly lit top sign draws the punters to try their skill. 8 fluorescent tubes brilliantly illuminate the gay playfields and glint on the 8 skaters as they gracefully circle their coloured glass rinks. So coloured glass rinks, as if in free movement. From the 8 6-slot play positions, pennies slide onto the coin-crowded rinks and are jostled and swept by the skaters into the payout trays for steady wins and unnoticed into the cash box. So I guess again it's probably the victim of the when the law changed and taxed things on the amount of slots and player positions that were on a machine. You had 8 players and 6 slots. That's a lot of slots to pay tax on. Perhaps that was the downfall of that machine again. Shame, it's a nice looking thing. But there we are, so it's Penny on Ice, and the next one is just Double Falls again, just sort of like a factory publicity shot, I imagine. So there we are, it seemed to be the most common one to find pictures of, which probably means it was their most successful machine, I guess. Don't know. Here's Penny Falls. Bit of a washed out photograph, but hey, it's a photograph. Any image is better than no image. That's what the theory I'm working on. So I don't know where that is, if that's in the works or looks like in some kind of factory works somewhere or other. And the next one, now these Film Star machines, one of which was in the Canvey Island store, and I took the photographs off there, off one of these, which I think I might still have got somewhere. I had two sets, one off either side, and I seem to think I might have sold a set years ago in one of the Huntington auctions or somewhere. But I don't think I sold both sets. I think I kept a set. But, yeah. Wish I could have got the whole machine out, but you'll see in a minute when I show you the pictures why I couldn't get the whole machine out, even if I had somewhere to put it. Again, there's a big run of them in there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's about 10 deep by the look of that photograph. Might be more actually, fading into the background. And 3 wide, so there's kind of 30 again in this shot alone. So again, it was clearly a good seller. But it says, after all the oak cabinets, these machines must have looked amazing at the time. Yeah, I guess they did, didn't they? Kind of after the war. But a bit kind of like everything, like the furniture and clothes and everything after the war, and after that kind of whole utility period, everything being brown and drab and do amend and all the rest of it. Sort of getting into the 50s, mid-50s onwards, with all the modern plastics and nylon and Formica and all these bright zingy colours and new materials that went through. Yeah, fashion, furniture, cars. You think pre-war all cars were black, and then again the 50s, 60s you started getting really bright coloured cars, influenced by the American cars, of course. And all that, everything just suddenly got bright and a bit more cheerful. And yeah, all the old oak machines don't want anymore. I was reading some of the ads in this 1965 coin stock, wherever I've done with it's in the kitchen, I think, that Gary's lent us to get some better scans of. In there's adverts for Allwins, £6 each and things. Presumably, even by 65, nobody much wanted them. I mean, obviously £6 sounds silly, but what's interesting is comparing the prices in there. So you'd have sort of the new Seegers at the time and Aristocrats things like £150, and Allwins £6. So huge price disparity. But, yeah, so yeah, these big Film Star machines. I'll show you one in the Canvey arcade in a minute. We'll get to those photographs. This looks rather nice. Carousel. I quite like one of those. I'm assuming it's a pusher, but I don't know. It looks kind of pusherish. Where's my bigger photos? My end, if I can see it a little bit bigger. Does it say anything else on it that I can read? Carousel 1p. So obviously 71 on. No, can't really see it. Like, almost looks like it has tracks on the playing field. Not sure. June says, just seen your famous film star one. They had one of these in Leisureland 2000 in the 60s at Paynton. All right. It's a massive thing. I remember it vividly. Yeah. Kevin, evening all, logged on late, has got flat tire on the car. Have I missed the Canvey Island pics? No, not yet. But these are some Crompton's pictures we're going through. And then the Canvey Island pics are next in a few pics time. I think it's about another half dozen of these Crompton's pics. So yeah, I was just trying to figure out what this carousel is. If it's some kind of pushery type thing or what. It looks quite intriguing. Almost looks like the playfield might have grooves in it or something. Don't know. Ah, there we go. Paul to the rescue. Carousel was a push on Old Penny. Coins fell into lanes and pushed off the edge. So it looks like there's kind of grooved lanes in the playfield. This in the picture is 1p, so obviously survived into post 71. Carousel looks like a large one-piece rotary pusher. Yeah. What a lovely thing. Again, I don't suppose any have survived, unfortunately. I'm sure a few of us, I'd like one for a start. I'm sure Peter Williamson would love one to operate. Yeah, I'd like to see one. Hey ho, another one I guess we never see. Next picture is, what's this? Oh, a double falls for some person. A bingo somewhere. Don't know where that is. It's just an on-site picture. They look like a Japanese version of the craze, or with the carousel. Yeah, they do, don't they? I'm guessing they don't know, exported it out or something. Playfield rocked back and forth. All right. Interesting. No, need to see one. I need one. I need a carousel pusher. Looks like Barons at Yarmouth. Oh, is it? Oh, it might be, mightn't it? Double falls in with bingo. Could be. Okay, and the next one is it's an Electrocon Goliath video. Ah, there you go. We're not up on video games. So when I get around to putting all these pictures on the website, we can make a note of all these things about what they all are. If we think this might be Barons, then we'll stick it on a page for Barons. Barons like their Tudor look. It does a bit look, yeah, look a bit Faux Tudorish, doesn't it? And the next one is, oh, that's the Wheeler Win, but a bit of a higher shot, which is quite nice. You can see the playfield a bit better. Obviously, once these are up on the website, you'll be able to zoom into the pictures a bit better. It's not super high resolution, but you can kind of get the idea of it. You can see the pennies and the holes in the playfield. as it went round and kind of get a better idea of how the thing worked. The old wheeler in. So any of these where I've already got the Crompton's page on, I'll upload the pictures later tonight probably. I'd say some other pages, like for the carousel pusher, for instance, I've got to make the page. So if I get round to doing that tonight I will do. If not, it will be done in the next day or two. And the next one, skier. I vaguely remember one of these somewhere. Crompton skiing. They stand on the skis and the platform moved. I can't remember. Is it like a rear protection type thing somehow or something? Not sure. What kind of precursor, really, I guess. The big sort of 90s, when there was a big thing in the arcades, loads of these big really kind of interactive video games, like the jet ski games and the ones where you paddle white water rafting things, or whatever they're called, and the horse race ones with a horse you sat on and try to G it up and all that sort of thing. There was quite a run of those for a while, and all sorts of different kind of sporty games, big things. A lot of them seem to go out. I think there were just so much mechanics in them to go wrong. I guess they weren't particularly durable. All we ever seem to see now is the sit-down drivers, really, which I guess are pretty simple. It's just a steering wheel. But yeah, another one. I guess there's probably not any of them around still. If anyone's seen one anywhere, I can remember it. And the next one is, what's this one? Another factory picture. Crompton there in the middle. Another whole load of double falls. And a few splashdowns. Yeah, it's just interesting to give you an idea of just how many they're built, isn't it? Yeah, there's four rows across, I think. 4 rows of, yeah, 50, 60 machines again in that picture. There we go, double falls. And next picture is what's this? Chattanooga Choo Choo. Another one I haven't got listed on the website. Chattanooga Choo Choo. Seems to be quite a lot of drinking involved in these pictures. This looks like it's probably on a trade stand somewhere by the look of the setup. Don't remember that one. But looks like a pusher. Looks like it might have got that kind of rotating drum thing on, like the Copper Canyon, is it, that has that on? I think. Grand Canyon. Not sure. Yeah, Chattanooga Choo Choo. Anybody got one of those anywhere? Stuffed away, I wonder. Next picture is the Magic Toppers. Just about remember seeing one of those somewhere. I'd love to see one again. A 3-player version of Copper Canyon. Oh, the Chattanooga Choo Choo. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Yeah, Magic Toppers with the top hats lifting up and down. Yeah, great looking machine. So the hat's lifted up and the ball would appear underneath one. You just bet which one you thought the ball was going to be under, basically. Simple as that. And again, as far as I know, you could bet on all of the hats, or one of them, like any of those multiple bet type machines. But it says had a Magic Toppers and Penny on Ice in Corrigan's in Scarborough. All right. Evening, Greg. Hope you're well. And where they went. To the tip, I guess, like all this stuff, unfortunately. You think Magic Toppers, I'm surprised has not kind of been remade, brought out again, really. It's a good machine. I'm sure it would take great money. It's kind of such a simple idea. But I thought it would have done really well. I could see that just taking tons of money. It's Greg's first ever appearance on live chat. Well, there we are. Welcome. Everyone say hello to Greg. Yeah, so definitely the Magic Toppers. I think Paul will have to put it on his list of things to build. If he's not already on the list of things to build, it probably is. Yeah, it's nice as a colour picture as well as. Is quite good. So we're liking the Magic Toppers. I think that would probably do very well if one of those come up for sale. I'll offer it for a start off. Excuse me. Right, next picture. I think we're just about at the end of these pictures then. What's this? This is Crompton's, obviously a trade stand somewhere with a silver glide on. Yeah, remember that one. So like the coins kind of zigzag down the back. Flash. Paul says on the Magic Toppers, yeah, bet on all 5 hats and odds would come up as 2 coins. You need a Magic Toppers. Oh yeah, so the Silver Glide pushers on a trade stand somewhere. ATE probably, I guess. And the next picture is, don't know what that is. Round thing. Look at a bigger picture of my end. I've only got a very on my broadcast software here. It's only quite a small picture on the screen, so I have to go back and look at the old picture in the folder. Let's see what I'm looking at. You can probably see it bigger than I have. What is that? Treasure? Is it Treasure Island or something? Is it a Rotary Merchandisers type thing, isn't it? I think. What's the one behind I'm more interested in? See, behind the chap with the, well, the chap on the right with the grey trousers on, there's a machine with obviously a big dome on the top, the same as this one in the front of the picture, but then kind of Sputnik legs on the bottom. I wonder what that is. I wonder where the picture is. It looks like it might, looking for the reflection where I am. Let me take me off a minute, off the screen. Hang on a minute, let me click the right button. There we go. See the reflection in these doors, in the glass doors, looks like it's on a pier somewhere. It's all boardwalk, i.e. sort of behind me, as it were. Yeah, so it looks like it's an arcade on a pier somewhere. What's this sign on the top? Peaks, EAKS something. Don't know. Can't make out much of the sign. Bit of detective work required on that one, I think. Pete says, I think it's a Rotary Merchandise. Yeah, I think it is, isn't it? Something looks like something Island, Treasure Island or something. Looks merchandiserish. But what the thing is behind them with the Sputnik legs on and the big dome again, I don't know. Interesting. Okie dokie, next picture. What's this one? Spinner winner. Like the flipper winner. I don't know if it was any different from the flipper winner or just a different name. Spinner winner. Is the spinner name significant? Is something spin in it? I don't know. It's got the same paddles on as the flipper winner. Pete says it's got a feel of Fleetwood Pier, that previous picture could be. Yeah, I don't know. Then Lucky Strike in the background. What was Lucky Strike? Lucky Strike, is that one of those ones a bit like Computer winning those things with all the drop case, all the coins on the playfield, upright thing? Lucky Strike, I'm not sure. I haven't got a picture of Lucky Strike, have I, on my on the website? No, that's another one we need to fill another gap in. Lucky Strike and Spinner winner. I've got a good few pages to make. Marvellous, I like this. So yeah, I don't know if the Spinner winner was any different from Flipper winner. Doesn't look it. Just looking at Flipper winner on the thing. If you just go to the website here, we've got Flipper winner. The paddles and the shells in the top where all the coins stack up. And go back to here. Kind of looks the same to me, but I don't know. Paul says, spinner when you had to fill trays with coins to tip them, not a pusher. Hmm. This picture, I say you see when they're up on the website, you'll be able to zoom into them a bit, see them. This definitely looks like it's exactly the same as the flipper winner to me. It's got those same paddles on the playfields as the flipper winner has. How interesting. Greg says, Lucky Strike, wasn't that a coin drop down where you tried to catch the Skittles? Don't know. Probably. Lucky Strike. We need a picture of Lucky Strike. Mr. Crompton's in the way. And this chap. It was very funky carpet again. Crompton's obviously like funky carpet. Is this their showroom? I'm not sure. Anyway, there's some debate then on spinner winner. Interesting. We have to find a bit more info on that one. Next picture is what's that one? That's Ace Race again. More wine drinking. Seems to be very popular with that particular machine. You need to drink wine with it for some reason. But yeah, there's several versions of that machine. The next one, right, okay, now we're on to Canvey Island. So this is, I just found an image, a random image of the Canvey Island Casino complex, which was a rather nice Art Deco building, which sadly is no more. It's now a housing estate. Nice Peter Pan Railway there as well. This upstairs was, at the front here was the ballroom, if I remember rightly. Then kind of all the ground floor of the building was arcades, and out the back was an amusement park, like Manning's at Felixstowe, if you know it, the same kind of setup. Then on the corner, on the sort of left-hand corner of the picture as you're looking at it, that was like a hotel. Then toward the right, I think it was more shops and sort of arcadey things and bits boxes. It was a huge complex, the whole thing. So yeah, so that was it. And here are some pictures of there's a bimbo box there. Looked a bit worse for wear. That wasn't in the store, I don't think. I think that was on the arcade floor somewhere. But yeah. What coin was it on? As a matter of interest, I can't see what coin it was on. But yes, on the arcade floor, it backed up to a video game. Pete says, Peter Pan Railways were the best children's ride ever made, transformed by park. Yeah. They're great things, aren't there? Not many of those left now, is there? Oops. So, and then here in the store, so this is what used to be Dodgem Track, I think it was, right at the back of the park. And as you went through the front arcade building, this was kind of the back right-hand corner of the park. This building. Greg, yeah, the casino places, yeah, all housing now. So this place closed down. It was 30. These photographs are from 30 something years ago, 30 odd years ago. It was all cleared and flattened. Also, that bimbo has the same front as mine. Maybe it is yours. Could it be yours? It could be yours, couldn't it? Thinking about where the chain of people that this one that can be, that might be your one. Don't know. You have to look at the photographs when you bought it. See if you can match any stains on the plywood sides or anything. But it could be your one, thinking about it. Kevin says some arcade is still left, but most of the shots of the Monaco still stands though. Yeah, I think it's just is it a pub, I think, isn't it? So the Monaco is the round building on the corner. It was I think it was originally a hotel. Yeah, so this machine on this picture that I'm looking at, which you'll hopefully get in your end, is well, the one just above my head, I think, is a Film Stars machine we saw in the Crompton's pictures a little while ago. And then this one, the main focus of the picture, is the playing card version of it. Same machine, but with playing cards. Don't know what it was called. But you can see from there, these machines were rammed in, literally touching each other. You couldn't walk between them. You had to clamber over the top of them. Hence not being able to get any of them out, because these were at the back. The newer stuff was toward the front of the doors, as it were. The further you went back in the building, the nicer and older the stuff got. So yeah, that's a couple of those big Cromptons. So I'm not sure what the playing card one is called, but the Film Stars and the other one. And the next picture, so this is the Film Stars one. This is another one of the Film Stars. You'll notice if I go back a picture, the Film Stars on this one, i.e. just above my head, literally, has no top flash on it. Has no kind of overhead top bit on it. This is a different one in the same building. I'll just get rid of me a minute. Am I obscuring anything that we need to look at? Probably. You know, big head in the way. Oh no, not really, am I? That's all right then. Oh yeah, so the original Film Stars, it's called, that machine. So that very machine there, I remember standing on this push 'em off machine, taking the pictures off that machine. And that's a double-sided JWS, a nice curvy pusher. We sold one 3 or 4 years ago. Let's find that on the website. I did put it up the other night, but I know some of you weren't looking the other night. Yeah, so that push 'em off was a double-sided version of this one, quite a nice curvy thing, which we sold back in November 2017. There you go, JWS, we like their curvy perspex. Also made these quite funky, curvy little bandits that turn up now and again. Here. Yeah, so yeah, standing on top of it, hoping the glass wasn't going to give way as I prized off the photographs of that machine. And there's the archery, or archers, whatever it's called, which we've got a flyer for on the Crompton. Let me just bring that up in the background here, and I'll switch to that. Yeah, so the archers machine is archers or archery, whatever it is. Archers is this one. So I think I've only got half a flyer here. It just says 6 on it, and I didn't know that was what it was called. There's no name on the machine, but Paul said, no, that's an archers. And then lo and behold, these pictures arrive from Canvey. And there one is. Dear, excuse me. And up on top of the Film Stars on its side is what is that? Let me look at my bigger picture. My end. 3 of a kind, I think it says. Obviously a 4-player machine. Or like a 4 square thing, I guess, had fronts in it. 3 of a kind, I don't know what that was. Can't remember. Kevin says, yeah, Monaco's a pub. It used to be a nightclub above. It became a soft play centre a few years ago. All right, I haven't been down to Canvey for years. I must go down and have a look. Yeah, a long time since I've been there. So yeah, next picture there is what we got here. That, I imagine, just looking at it, is probably, I don't know what it is. This Slotto thing. Find a big picture again on my end. It says Slotto Easy Win. 1D through the slot to win. All right, so it's like a roll your coin in along the thing. Interesting, the top of that machine appears to be virtually identical to these little bandits. If you look at the curve of the plastic, look at the casting, etc., even the trim around it, and then back to here again, it's exactly the same. So I'm pretty safe to assume that's a JWS machine. Can't see JWS on it anymore, but Slotto. Sounds like a logical name for it, doesn't it? Because it's slots. Get your coin through the slots to win. Anybody got one of those or seen one? And the thing on the left, that's a German machine. I think you might have sold one of those. Like a football machine. Joe says, do you know what happened to all these machines? As far as I know, they all got destroyed, flattened with the building, I imagine. I think Dave Hooper and I were the last in there. These machines were actually taken by, these pictures, sorry, were taken by Dave Geeson. I think he bought some stuff out there. Dave Hooper and I bought a lot of stuff out of there. But all this stuff in this building, we couldn't get it out because it was behind more modern stuff at the front. These nicer, older machines were right at the back of the building. It's a huge building. It was a Dodgem track. You can see from the pictures, stuff was literally crammed together. You couldn't walk through the building to get to any of them. You had to climb over everything. And yeah, I think it just got flattened, bulldozed down when they bulldozed the lot, whatever was left. We basically had carte blanche, just take whatever we wanted. That was the deal. We had a few truckfuls out of there with all sorts of stuff. Down to, at the time, you know, pine shelves at the workshops, because at the time you could sell sets of stripped pine shelves and stuff like that. Yeah, I think Dave Geeson had quite a few electromechanical wall, you know, smaller wall machines out of there. And everything else just got flattened, as far as I know. I don't think anyone else went in after Dave and I. I think we were the last. Mr. Dreefrog used to live on Canvey in its heyday. Oh, there you go. I'm hoping that means then somewhere you've got some photographs of the arcade in its heyday as well, or arcades plural. So Slotto, that's a machine, another one to add on the list. Next picture. Here we've got Street Big Shot, the pin, and one of those nice arcade lights you always sell for good money. Dave Jason still got that German machine. Oh, the football machine. Excellent. In that case, you can send me a better picture of it. That would be marvellous, and we can stick that up on the website. Yeah, Street's Big Shot. I think, did I find a flyer for that the other day? I think I might have done. I think we ought to try and do Streets next. We've had a good old run on Crompton's. Got lots of Crompton stuff. Streets Big Shot. Have I got a thing for that? No, I haven't. Oh, I thought I'd found a flyer for that. It might be one I've not uploaded yet, because it needs a bit of tweaking. No, I found another photograph of one. No, I thought I'd got a flyer. I haven't. Oh well. Not to worry. And yeah, here's another good photograph. Look at this one. Marvellous. So a better view of the Archers machine. Says remembers the Big Shot game on Canby. There's a better picture of the double-sided push 'em off, Jojo. That machine, the machine in front of it, I think there's a Forecaster, which there's an advert for in the 1965 coin slot that Gary's lent me. Funny that how you can kind of start tying all this stuff together. So we know what that one is. We know what the Archers is. We've got the film stars behind it. And next to the Archer, you can see sort of here, if I wave my arm up and down, there's a yellow thing, exactly the same as the Archers. So whether it's another Archers, or whether it was something different in the same cabinet, I can't remember. It's basically shining a light at a moving target. The Streets thing, the Big Shot. Oh, right. That's interesting. That's where we need the flyers. Always good, because they usually have the details of how the game plays written onto the flyers. Well, they're quite nice things to find if we can. Greg says, what was the two of a kind above the Archers? Don't know. I'm guessing it was like a four square type cabinet with fronts in. What happened to I don't know. Perhaps Dave Gleason had all the fronts out of it. Dave might know. Or whether it was just an empty cabinet up there. I can't remember. It looks like there's another one of those same cabinets on the right of the picture, just above my head, as you'll see it on screen, as it were. Just on the profile, it looks like it's the same cabinet, doesn't it? But yeah, it looks like that same kind of era, so some flashy light thing, I imagine. See, we've still got the spotlights on the Archers. Look, it says something about the spotlights on the flyer. What did it say about those? Just bring up the flyer again. Crompton's. Archers. Yeah. The overall height was 7'9", including the standard holding lamp. It's a curious thing that's had those kind of spotlights on it. Bizarre. So yeah, don't know what two of a kind it is. Next picture. So here we've got behind me, I don't think you can see, oh, wrong one. Click the right button, there you go, get rid of me. Cover the spot, which interestingly I'm covering. What else have we got in this picture? So cover the spot. And behind the cover of the spot is the Film Stars and the playing card version of the Film Stars. I don't know what that is then. Sort of right in the back middle of, I don't know what that is. I don't know, War Machine is it maybe? And then some fruits here and in the foreground, sort of Brenco-y type fruits by the look of them. And what's behind that? I don't know. So the top, the kind of the black square top flash. You can't see where my mouse is pointing on this, but so to the left of the picture. Something with a little stand up on the back of the playfield and then a top flash above it. I wonder what that was. So you see that yellow bucket in the middle of the picture is on top of the other arches, I presume it is. I think it's just an arch in a different colour cabinet, a yellow cabinet instead of a red cabinet. I presume the bucket was catching a drip. Very thoughtful of them. Don't know what that machine was. Next picture. Prospector. Don't remember what that was. UGH Automatic. Pew, would that be then? Pew Automatics? With Southend-on-Sea. Can't be just looking at the way the size of the top flash and the centering of the U automatics over Southend-on-Sea. There can't be many more letters before the UGH, which makes it Pew. Where else could it be? Couldn't be anything as long as like or I think. Don't know. If anybody knows, let me know. But what was it? Don't know. Dave might remember what it was. What does it do? I'm just looking at the two pictures of the man. Is the man? It looks like the man on the back flash might be animated, possibly. Don't know. Presumably it's supposed to be, well, if there's a prospector, obviously after gold somehow or other. Smashing rocks for gold, I suppose it's supposed to be. Peter says it's a Pew's, oh, it's supposed to be a Pew's Prospector in a later two-player version of My Machines. Didn't know you got one of those. I was in the Prospector, the one with the belt on, with the pennies go round. That one, do you mean? Prospector. We'll have it on the website somewhere, won't we? Oh. Have I got it under P for pews? No. Poor pitch. Yes, that's it. Okay, right. Okay, we know what it is then. We've just got to find it. I didn't know a name, so it's under a. It might be under an unknown type. Let's see. NOP. No. What have I put that under then? Skill game. Maybe. Yes. Okay, I found it on the website. Here we are. So it's a 2-player version of one of these. Which you can now see in Peter's Arcade. We see the single-player version. So unknown maker. So no who that is. Joe says, I've got one of those. Just finished restoring it. Marvellous. What, the 2-player version or the single-player version? And whichever the case is, please send me a photograph of it. That'd be great. So I'm just going to make a note for myself here. Now we know that the prospector is pews. Pews. Prospector. You see, we learn something every time, which is great. Slowly filling all these little gaps in. Pews prospector. Marvellous. Go back to here. So yeah, a 2-player version. Joe, single player. Of course, I'll send the photo. Brilliant. Thank you very much. Excellent. That's another machine restored. That's what we like to hear. I wonder if there's any 2-player versions around anywhere. So I'm intrigued that the man on the back flash there is in a different pose each side. Whether he was... Can't really make out. Whether he's animated or not. I wonder if you sort of look on his waistline, there's like a big, looks like it might be a bolt or something, as if his pivots, I should imagine. Maybe when you get a win or something. Don't know. And if anybody knows. So that's that one. Next picture. I think the next one is this one. I think it might be the last one of these. Oh yeah, there's that forecast again in the foreground. So which I've got an advert for that in that coin slot. There's the film stars again, the push off, the archers. I don't know what this thing is right above my head. Let me get rid of me again. That one. The round thing with the bells on, a top flash for something or other by the looks of things. Don't know what that was. Peter, what's the purpose of the amber and green lamps on the prospector? Yeah, I wondered that. I'm not sure. Just, I don't know. They just flash when you got a win or something. Yeah, so this picture, I think we've probably seen everything already that's in that picture, other than this thing with the bells on, whatever that was. I presume it's just the top flash or something. Right above my head here, this thing here. don't know. I think that's it for those Camry pictures. And then these next, there's 2 or 3 pictures here. This, who sent me these in? Pete Cousins, I think, if I remember rightly. Is this the machine that Paul was on about the other night? About the machine, the AWP that didn't last very long. There's a bit of a better zoom in there on it. We paid out Green Shield stamps. The Lady Saver. Sounds like something that you buy in Boots. Anyway. There's another one, a double Lady Saver. Double. Pete says it wasn't me. Who sent? Sorry, I can't remember who sent this in. Somebody sent these in. Green Shield machines. There's a single Lady Saver and then a double Bonanza, and they paid out Green Shield stamps. Paul says that's the one, the Lady Saver. Ah, there we go. There we are. Another machine found. Excellent. So this, I don't know what date this is. This particular advert, you can't see on the screen. Again, you'll see when I upload them to the website. Is where it says Rockola Princess free draw. It says this offer closes on April the 30th, 1976. Only 1 week to go. So clearly, this advert is from mid April 76. London Coin are the main distributors, apparently. What did the previous advert say? This one. Thomas Automatics. The single site operation. Meet the Green Shield Super Lady Saver. So I'm guessing Thomas has built it. And London Coin distributed it. They're kind of like an early redemption machine. Interesting. Kevin said, the game I loved on Camry was Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, where the mining train moved around, picked up a box, dropped it off. In the box was a toy. The Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. We sold that a few years ago. Go back to the website. Peter said Pew's also made the Rotina, which is similar to the Prospect. Do you mean this one, Peter? Or Rolletina? Rolletina. Yeah, same as a Prospector. But round. Excellent. So Pew's Prospector plus Rolletina. So I didn't know who made that. Rolletina. So it's another one maker I can put down. Yeah. Yes, that's it. Great, marvellous. That's another little bit. See these where I've got unknown makers, so I can change those a bit later on when I log off. What was I looking for? Greg says Clacton had loads of the Green Shield stamp machines. Yeah, I don't remember that. I remember Mum collecting the Green Shield stamps, sticking them in a little book. There'd be in a catalogue for things like irons and other useful such things. I think my dad got loads from work from somehow or other when he was working on the building sites. God knows how. I don't know what he got them with. I remember there being a lot of them around. Game 11 came. Oh yes, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, Kevin. I was looking for that. Yeah. So if you go to it will be under vending machines, animated vending machines, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. There you go. Except, if I remember rightly, Snow White had 6 dwarves. 6 carved wooden dwarves. A truck through the treasure caves, come out the other side with a gift box. And at the time I put, presumably having 6 instead of 7 dwarves was an attempt to avoid legal action from Disney. It did definitely only have 6 dwarves. You can see there wasn't one missing. It was made like that. So I wonder if that is the very one from Canby. Could well have been, couldn't it? It was the only one I've ever seen of those Snow White and the 6 dwarves. I'm trying to think. I think Robert might have bought it, Robert Hines Smith, in which case it's probably in his arcade up north. I can't remember who bought it. I think Robert bought it. Off the top of my head. Paul says Pew's also made a machine similar to Prospector called Mississippi Gambler. Oh, right. Similar to Prospector. Mississippi Gambler. Mississippi Gambler. I shall add a page for Mississippi Gambler and we'll hopefully find an image of it at some point. Greg says, I probably should have said Lady Savers, dozens of them at Butlins. Yeah. Kevin, oh my God, that's it. There you go, see. This is good, isn't it? This is working. My lovely database that I spent, a year now, over a year building, is slowly starting to work. You see, as we bring all these little bits of information together. Yeah, so one of that is that one of, where did this come from? I'm trying to think where this actually came from when I sold it. That could have been the Canby one. Could well have been. Can't remember who put it in. Working order not used for many years. Can we see what coin it was on? 20p it was on. So it's obviously been operated since whenever 20p's came out. When were 20p's come out? Mid 80s? Early 80s? Did the 20p coin come out? I'm not sure actually without looking. Kevin says, you made my night with that picture. Oh, well, there you go. So yeah, so if you want to find it, it's under vending machines or vendors, animated vendors. And there's the usual elephant gift vendor, the Treasure Cave by Ollie Wales. And that Snow White one. And also Treasure Island. Sound Leisure kind of remade the idea back in the 90s sometime. Call it Treasure Island, but the same idea. So they had a little ship going through. Interesting, very bizarre that they kind of got steps down. It's supposed to be the docks, but the ship is on top of the docks. The caves, very bit of a, don't know, doesn't make a lot of sense. Whatever. But yeah, same idea. £10 we sold that one for. That was a bargain. The Treasure Island vending machine by Sound Leisure with a quantity of gift boxes to go with it. £10. That was a good buy for somebody, wasn't it? And who bought that? What a bargain. Yeah, so there we are. Was that the last of my pictures for tonight? I think it was, wasn't it? It was, yeah. What I'll do then, let me just, while we have a chit chat and round things up, if I click this button here, if I go to the settings, ooh, what have I done now? Hang on a minute. That's it, I want that one, settings, it's not working. Why is that? Don't know. Properties. Nothing's working. Oh dear. Have we come to a horrible, have we all gone to a halt again? No, it seems to be working. Go back to here. Now go back to here. Now go back to here. Why don't my settings and properties work? Don't know. Scene transition, fade, audio mixer, sources, properties. I was going to try and make this thing just revolve round, but I can't get the settings up for some strange reason. I don't know why that is. What if I press play? Oh, there we go. Now it'll work. Maybe. Let's just see. Will these pictures change on their own? There we are. They change on their own. Right, we'll just leave that running there for a minute. Yeah, so there we are. So that's this week's run of pictures. Hopefully you found them all interesting. So all these Crompton's pictures I'll put up on the website in due course, on the relevant pages. I've got to make some of the machine pages to go with them, because there's quite a few machines I hadn't got already listed. So we'll do that. Found out some interesting stuff about Pews, the Prospector and the Rollotina and the Mississippi Gambler, so I'll sort all that out. Get Pews as a manufacturer listed, and pop those machines on their page, etc. The Green Shield machines, I'll do that as well. Upload these bits and bobs. So as far as I can make it, it was made by Thomas's, and then distributed by London Automatics. Yeah, and then we'll go from there. I think what I'm going to try and do, I have to try and get organised to do a bit of an appeal, have things sort of vaguely organised. So I think streets would be a good one to do next. The streets, Wheeler-Mins and snap machines and those things. If anybody's got any info on any streets machines, any flyers, any photographs, if you've got machines in your collections, in the shed, restored, unrestored, whatever, have a rummage in that box of photographs under the bed of years ago when you used to take pictures of arcades and all that. See what you've got, send it in to me. Or perhaps try and gather up a load of stuff on streets, and then, you know, another time we'll do somebody else, Brenco or somebody, try and run through some of these English manufacturers. And, you know, I think that's probably a better idea than just randomly sending stuff in, because it gives people a bit more impetus then to find stuff in a way, because we know we're looking at Crompton's like we looked at this time. If we look at somebody else next time and so on, rather than just finding anything and people thinking, oh well, I don't know, I've got all these photographs, what shall I send in? If we know we're specifically looking for streets, let's go for streets next time. Then hopefully if people are, oh yeah, I have got a streets picture, I'll send that in, or a flyer, or a advert in an old coin slot, or anything like that. If we go for one manufacturer each week, that's 50 a year, isn't it? We'll soon fill the gaps in like that. So there we are, that's my plan. Peter says, Fab night, can we have another picture night? Yes, definitely. We'll keep doing them, as far as I'm concerned. I think it's great, really interesting. I've learned stuff again. And saying all the while it's improving the database and we can find stuff. And like, Kevin, oh, do you remember a machine? Yes, I do. There we are, clickety click. There's that machine, and so on and so forth. I'll try and get round to emailing my arcade pics to you during the week. Thank you, Rocco. Yeah, if you're emailing pictures, if you're scanning anything, try and scan it as high a resolution as you can, even if it means a huge big email and you have to send 2 or 3 emails, because I can always shrink it down. But little scans, by the time I've blown them up, they all go out of focus and all pixelated. So if you've got the opportunity, if you're scanning or taking a photograph, try and take them at high resolution. I'd rather have them too big and I can shrink them rather than too small. Jim says, fantastic pictures, thanks. No problem. Greg, agreed. Peter, Paul. Pews also made Pews push over and hover over. Oh, excellent. Hang on a minute, let me make a note. Pews. Push over and hover over. Lovely. I'll add them on. Then we'll try and find some images of those. Pete, I think I sent a Wheel 'em in picture the other day. Yes, you did. Thank you very much. Pews pushover, not pugs. Yeah, Paul, I got that yet. Julian, before you go, can you put your email address, please? Yes, that would be a good idea, wouldn't it? Great night, love the pictures. Right, so email any pictures, scans, etc. to send them to the news one's probably the best one because it won't fill up so quick. So news@elephanthouseauctions.com. Paul says there's a picture of a pushover in my bag of photos. Oh, excellent. I'll have a look for that then. Pushover. I'll try to write here with a marker pen. That doesn't help. Let me try and get another pen. Pushover. Pick in Paul's pics. Lovely. I'll dig that out. Joe says very interesting night. Thank you. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? This is I'm liking this. As I say, it's all, you know, our combined knowledge. We all know a little bit by bringing it all together in one place. Kind of puts the jigsaw together. And then, you know, we just upload all this stuff onto the website, and it's then there for good, in it, for posterity, as it were. So looking for streets machines for next week, please. There we are. What have we got at the moment on the streets page? Not much. And they made quite a lot of things, didn't they? Let's pull up streets' page. So at the moment, all I've got here, I'll zoom in a little bit. Oops, get the right thingy. Is a big shop, which we had a photograph of earlier, didn't we? Colorama, Lighter Line. Oh, I don't know about this octopus. This is right. There might be the other streets because they seem a lot earlier because there was two kind of street companies. Penny Bowl, Rifle Range, and Snap. So there's lots more. Wheel 'em in being the obvious one, and other stuff that Streets made. It was a 2 or 3 player rifle range, wasn't it? Different kind of rifle ranges. I can think off the top of my head. Anything else you can think of they made? If anybody's got machines, I'm sure there was a different version of Snap as well. I know there's a different version of Penny Bowl, because I had 2 different versions of it. Don't know if I've got the photographs anymore, is the trouble. Anything else? Pictures, flyers, adverts, anything. We'll see what we can find for them. And then week after that we'll do somebody else. Bremco maybe. Bremco people, Bremco machines is quite a good one. Let's just have a reminder of what's selling tonight. Zoom out a little bit again. There we go. Leave that on there so you don't forget to stick your offers in on all of these. Julian says, let us know when you want pictures of slot machines, as I have copied loads and loads on the internet. Well, let's just send them all in, basically. Send in whatever you've got. It was just, I thought if we had a specific maker or type of machine in mind, that might encourage more people to send them in. So you won't think, well, I've got so many photos, I don't know what to send. So it was kind of a thought that if we asked for a specific maker or maybe a specific type of machine, perhaps 1 week, that might people might feel more inclined to send stuff in. So yeah, Streets and Brenco perhaps. If you can't find any street stuff, perhaps we'll have 2 at a time. Another week perhaps we might do all cranes or all odd Allwinds, or I don't know, whatever, anything really. See how we go. So there we are. So thank you all for all this extra info. I shall work on sticking it all up, keep it coming. This coming week I'm around Cambridge most of the week. I think I might get over to Leamington one day late in the week, sort of Thursday perhaps, I don't know yet. If you want to meet over there, just get in touch with me and we'll see how the week goes. So yeah, tomorrow's project, as I say, is video editing. I shot a lot of stuff today in between people visiting. So I'll get a load edited tomorrow. I'll get some of these photographs, this Crompton stuff uploaded tonight when I log off this live stream. As usual, I think all the sellers know what they're doing, so I don't think we need to worry about that tonight. But on a Sunday night, I usually sort of loiter around the website till after midnight, just in case anyone's got any problems with last minute bids, because people seem to like to bid at the last minute for some strange reason, or the sellers in knowing what to do. But I think all these sellers have sold before, so they know what to do, so that's okay. And yeah, keep it going. So if you want to come and view in the week, you can do. Cara is due next in 2 weeks' time, I think. Just have a look when he's due here next. What are we looking for? Shipping. So it's here next year, end of January. If you need stuff shipped out. Or if you've got stuff to send in to sell. I'm hopefully the next day or two going to get these new garages up so I can empty the garage, so I can get the big not color armor, the, what's it called, machine? The UFO things I keep calling it. Select a colour. Get that over to Cambridge either at the end of the week. I say I might go to Leamington and pick that up, possibly, depending on how these garages go. If not, it'll be next week. But within the next sort of week or two, I'll get that home, get that, try and get into it, and we'll get that up for sale. That should cause a bit of interest, I think. If nothing else, just to see it, because again, it's the only one we know of. And we'll keep on keeping on. Julian says Sega. Yeah, Sega's really complicated. I noticed in the coin slot I was looking at today, again, another, there was lots of English, well, I say lots, there were more than one English sort of refurb company making identical, basically, Sega light-up cabinets. Which one was it today I saw? Whatever it was, which kind of makes it complicated. The problem with all those Sega machines is so many were refurbed, revamped by all sorts of different companies. It gets really kind of cloudy and difficult to figure out who made what and where and when, but quite interesting at the same time. It's a bit like the Mills high tops. Over the years, they all got swapped round and the badges got swapped and so on. And originally, the different high tops, the jewel bells and the blue bells and the token bells and all those sorts of things, they were specific machines that Mills brought out with different features or whatever, different years. But over the years, mechs got swapped, so the features didn't necessarily do what they were supposed to do, and so on and so on. So yeah, trying to figure out what is supposed to do what takes a bit of research, but it's all interesting stuff. So there we are. So next live stream will be Tuesday night with result of tonight's sales, so it gives them money to sort themselves out. Let's have a look at a few more pictures, see what I've got. On Tuesday night. Any other bright ideas anyone who's got? Get in touch, let me know. Right, I think that's probably it then. I need another cup of tea. It's nearly 10 o'clock. I'll just give it a couple of minutes if anybody's got anything they need to know about the stuff that's finishing tonight. Speak now or forever hold your whatsits. Anything else I need to tell you? I can't think of anything offhand. So go back to here. So look at this boring page. There we are. Tonight, don't miss out. And yeah, I think that's it, isn't it? Marvelous. Good night. Thank you very much, everybody, for all your input and contributions and rummaging around and sending stuff in and all of that. Can't remember who sent me these pictures. Sorry, whoever it was, of the Green Shield stamps machine. Lots of people have been sending lots of stuff, and half the time I forget who sent what unless I make loads and loads and loads of notes. But you know who you are. That's the main thing. Right, there we are then. So I'm signing off. Night all. Have a good one, and we'll catch up Tuesday night. See you, David. And yeah, anything in the meantime, ping us a message. We'll go from there. Right, I'm off. Nighty night.